through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. On the visiting sideline, you see head coach Matt LaFleur. He's got his defense playing well. They enter this one coming off the shutout in the win a week ago. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watched last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Cam Scatterboo. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Malik. Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Headed left, buying time. And it will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hit the street, hit the street.
They'll run. First carry of the game for Trey Benson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Olave. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now, Jacobs. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open right side is likely. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Bigsby. They're going to bring him down to 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down, picked up on the ground.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. He'll push forward for about a yard. Abdul Carter there to bring him down. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. So after 1, it's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. It is 2nd and 9 as we are ready to get back underway. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. He'll look to throw. Left side into the hands of Olave. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from 34 yards. Bates' kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That one good for 29.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And the Giants are going to have first and goal. Good running gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Let the fullback try to power it home. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Here's a handoff to Scatterboard. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
They'll go. It's Scatterboard. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at goal line. It's a turnover on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Here's Moore now. He gets it on the jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know,
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. To the air now on 1st and 10. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Packers going to use their final timeout now as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Forced out wide. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A short one taken at the 10. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give to the tight end, Likely. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one, caught. That's Matthew Golden. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Here's Jacobs. Crazy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Come on. Hit. Go.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 6.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60.
Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. This is caught at 2. He's driving for the goal line, will be stopped short, but has enough for the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70, 19 tight, 19 tight.
That one batted away in the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage where you need it most. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Jacob trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced 3rd down.
They'll run with Jacobs. And once again, nothing there. Stopped short with no gain. Now 4th and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2 and no further. Right back to the fullback. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 20. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Giants 1st down. Neighbors in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. A run straight ahead, that's Scalaboo. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Giants. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Right back take the scataboot on first down. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Mitchell. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he has got this one all the way down to two-yard line. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Mitchell trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cam Scatterboot. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Packers offense about ready to... over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one is caught by Reeves. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. He'll look to throw. Get this over the middle to Golden. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Back to the air one more time. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
Ready, set. Come on, set.
Back to throw. That's caught by Golden, right side.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That's going to be caught. It's a touchdown for the moment, but there are flags on the field, and not sure this one's going to stand.
Holding. Offense.
So holding is the call. Take that touchdown off the board. They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed, and he will score. Game on. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2, you just got to catch the ball.
Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
back to the air once more on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Mitchell. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. That is caught out wide on the RPO. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. They'll drop to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch. Keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
2nd down, 8 for the 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man. That's Olave. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Pass popped. It's golden. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. You see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
Throwing now from the gun. That one reeled in by Golden. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Now they'll spike it, and the clock stops with 24 seconds to play. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Picked off by Javon Holland. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.